Hey YouTube, what's going on? This Creative Minds coming back at you on this 96 GMC Sierra Big 3 upgrade redo. I was finally able to get it done a couple of days ago. I wasn't able to upgrade my starter cable as I told you, and my fuse box. I'm still waiting to do these two. This one's obviously going to take me some time to get down there to the starter, and this one shouldn't be that hard, which is why I only have this one, this connection right here for the starter and fuse box. Once I get these two cables upgraded, I won't be needing this connection anymore. It'll be hooked up similar to the grounds over here. But anyways, I went ahead and redid all this, took off all that CCA wiring, and put oxygen-free cable. It's a tinned cable with the tin connections. I also dropped in a new Power Master alternator. I got rid of the factory unit, the 140 amp stock unit, and replaced it with this 220 amp Power Master unit. It's a real good unit. Made a real good voltage increase. I mean, nothing compared to the stock unit that I was running. I went ahead and took it off and went ahead and just put this new power cable with the insulation, since this area right here gets kind of hot. Gets a lot of heat build up right there. So I went ahead and just covered up that cable, since that other CCA wire, if you guys remember, was kind of burned up pretty bad. So as you can see, this one has a protective boot that covers the connection, that keeps it from kind of making contact with all this other metal stuff back here, so, which is pretty good. Runs all the way down there and comes back up to my new fuse holder that I got right there. Nothing fancy, just a Scorpion fuse holder with a 300 amp fuse. I had to put this zip tie in because I couldn't keep this this plastic cover over it, because that cable's just so thick. It wasn't really letting it clip into the sides, but I had to mount it on here. I thought about putting it over here on the fuse, I mean on the air filter box, but being that I have to open that up a lot, since I do live in a dusty area. And sorry for all the dust on my engine. It's real dusty out here where I live, so it's kind of hard to keep this engine clean. Back there, you can see where I redid that frame ground. Down there, there's a new frame ground with a new cable that comes right back up here. Up to, I want to say it's this one right here that comes up. Or no, it's this one. This is actually the one that goes to the frame. This one came with the kit. It's replaced the old chassis ground right here. The chassis ground is right there. I didn't really exactly know where that cable ran. I want to say it goes to my headlights or something like that up here up front. So I didn't want to just leave it there by itself. So I went ahead and just added this one cable here, just to be on the safe side, to make sure that that cable gets a good ground wherever it leads to. This one right here, this is actually the one that I added. I guess you could say it's a big 4 upgrade, not a big 3, for the simple fact that I added this one that runs to my alternator right here, which is a direct ground point for this. I don't know if you guys have seen, a lot of people do recommend that you add this cable to your alternator to provide a better ground path to your battery and actually get the most out of your alternator unit. So I went ahead and did that. When I added that cable, it wasn't hard, just had to put it in front of that bolt there and ran it over to the battery. So this one right here runs to my engine block. I just went ahead and redid that one. They say you don't really have to upgrade that one, if you're gonna ground directly to the alternator, and since you already have a chassis. But I said, nah, I'm just gonna go ahead and get rid of my stock cable, which wasn't really that good. So this one runs down there to the engine block ground. If you can see it, connects right there. You can see, except there's that engine block ground. So yeah, everything tied up real well. Direct connection to the battery. I was gonna put a battery post up here and put a little fancy terminal, but I was able to make it work directly to the battery. So hopefully I'll have the same setup here once I get my starter cable replaced and my fuse box cable. Everything will be hooked up directly to the battery, just like I have it here. And I don't need to have this connector, kind of sticking out like that. So anyways, yeah, there it is. Worked out real good. My working voltage with that CCA cable was like at 13.3, somewhere on there, 13.4. This Power Master unit actually brought me up to about 14.8 cold, and once it heats up, and it hovers between 14.3 14.1. It doesn't really drop under 14 volts, which is good enough for me. No need to have it too powerful. You know, it doesn't have it running so many volts. So worked out pretty good. Belt went back on easily. No trouble there. Just getting that new alternator unit put back in. So like I said, yeah, I mean, no problem so far. Everything's working pretty good. I mean, big difference from that CCA cabling. I don't recommend that CCA cabling to anybody. I think it just causes problems, makes your voltage go down. But yeah, this is it. Hopefully I'll be able to replace this battery here pretty soon and get an excess power or something else, something a little bit more, you know, better than this kinetic cell that I'm running right now. But anyways, I want to show you guys that old CCA cabling. The CCA cabling is right here. This is my old factory ground that was going to my engine. I went ahead and replaced that just for the fact that it's been on there for so many years. I just went ahead and replaced it with that other cable that I showed you that goes to that little chassis ground that was my previous one. And here's that old CCA cabling. This is the one that actually was to my alternator. If you could see where it kind of went from being blue to black. Got in very bad shape. I mean, not good. You see, I was already getting corrosion there at the terminal where it hooked up to the alternator. Got rid of that, and I mean, just bad shape. I mean, stuff isn't good. This is the one that was going to my frame. You know, man, it's all dirty, all nasty. So yeah, I mean, this CCA cabling is only about 1.5 years old, and just look at the condition it's in. It's not good at all. Probably not gonna do anything good for anybody. So yeah, stay away from CCA cabling and go with the 100% OFC. And if it's tin, it's even better with the tin connections. I've seen a lot of guys put the copper connections, but if you go with the tin copper terminals, I mean, you're looking at that, and it's supposed to help beat off that corrosion that builds up on your battery. So anyways, sorry for the focusing on my phone. Doesn't really want to focus too well. But if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask, and I'll be posting up another video once I get these two cables replaced back on there. Hopefully it'll look a little bit nicer in that starter cable, which I'm not too happy about. But hopefully I'll get this engine cleaned up and get it looking nice and pretty, man. But like I said, this dust out here is just horrible. Keeps my engine looking all dirty like that, so I can't really keep it all clean like them other guys have their nice little clean vortex. But anyways, if you have any questions about this upgrade, just feel free to comment below and just ask away, and I'll be more than happy to let you know how I did this if it doesn't make any sense. Well, take care, guys. See y'all later.